The regular constraint enforces that a word that is specified by an array of variables is accepted by an automaton. So for instance, you have this automaton above, and if you emit the letters 4 to 5, you can see that this is a word that is accepted by the automaton. 4 to 5, you end up in an accepting state, which is represented in green here, and it means that it's a word that is accepted by the automaton. So 4 to 5 is a valid solution for this regular constraint. On the other side, if you take the word 4 to 2, you do this, 4 to 2, and you end up in the state number 1, which is blue, which is not an accepting state, and so this should not be considered as a valid word accepted by the automaton, and this will not be a solution of the regular constraint. Okay? The goal is then to model this regular constraint, so the fact that this word XYZ should be a word that belongs to the language specified by the automaton. And to do that, we can make use of element 2D constraint. And we can also introduce, for that, 3 new variables that represent the state in which you will be the automaton just after having read the input X, the input Y, and the input Z. Okay, it's the state just after having read the input X, Y, Z in this case. Okay, this represents the transition matrix of your automaton. So if you want, this is really the implementation table of the automaton. You have the states here on the column sides, and you have the values on the row sides. And so the semantic of this is that if you are in this given state, you read the input 1, you go into state 0. And so we will use element 2D constraint to make the link between the input variables x, y, z that represent the word that I will emit and the hidden state of the automaton. So if you start in state 0, okay, this is the initial state that you have is this one, in state 0. If you read the input x, you will end up into the state S of X. And so this is specified by the transition table here. And you can model this with, this is really an element 2D constraint. Okay? You link that, you say that if you are in state 0, just after having read the input X, you will be in state S of X. Okay? You do the same now, but you start from state, and the next step you start from SX. And just after having read the input Y, you will be in state S of Y. And again, this is an element 2D constraint. And you have a third element 2D constraint for linking the state of Y, then the input Z that you will read, and you go into state S of Z. Okay? And so this is a clear usage of the element 2D constraint, which itself uses the table constraint. And so by using table constraint, you can easily model regular constraint, okay, which is a quite advanced constraint that is very rich, very powerful for modeling some specific problems. And I will introduce one such problem, one such context where the regular constraint is used a lot. It's to enforce legal constraints. So assume that you want to create schedules for some of the physicians and the nurses in the hospital. And so at every time slot, you need to decide which activity it will perform, which activity it will be assigned. But you have some legal constraint. For instance, you want to make at least one break after 2 consecutive work slots. Okay? This is just one example of a regular constraint. And if you gather all the legal constraints that you might have, so that after this activity you need to do at least one such activity and so on, you can encode them as an automaton that will only specify the possible transition that you can do. And for every line in your schedule here, you will post an automatic regular constraint for linking the variable X, Y, Z. For instance, if X represents the activity that you perform in slot of Monday, Y represents the activity that this physician will perform on Tuesday, and Z represents the activity that this physician will perform on Wednesday. Okay? And so you just need to post this automaton or regular constraint for all of them. And then, for instance, you may have vertical trying to say that you need in this on Monday, you need at least 2 activity of this type, for instance, of you need at least 2 persons who are performing some non-break activities, at least 1 here, at least 3 here, and these represent the demands, for instance. Okay, so this is one example of the usage of the regular constraint, and to encode this regular constraint, you use element 2D or table constraints.